Meeting to order. Today is Thursday, August 21st at 5:30 p.m. Katie, can you please take roll?
Karen Mao.
Here.
Liz Lasky.
Here.
Lainey Raska.
Here.
Karen Peltola.
Here.
Charlie Ludwig.
Here.
Linda Gamashchik.
Here.
Excellent. And I'll just say that we had a resignation from the Parks Commission. Tim O'Connor resigned about a week ago now, and we have a vacancy. So if anyone knows of anyone who is interested.
Are they going to post it right away, or are they going to make us wait?
They had just posted on the 8th for the next round, so I think it has to wait, of course, until, what is it? After the September meeting to be filled after the first City Council October meeting. I think that's how it works. So they have a full 30 days of advertisement before
Okay.
the
Yes.
voting date. So yeah, it won't actually be announced till September.
Gotcha, thank you.
So at some point, we'll have a full commission.
Hopefully.
Okay, so let's see. Has everyone looked at the agenda? Did you see the agenda, John?
I have not.
Do you have the copy? Is there a copy for you down
Might have it. Somehow,
there? Miss.
I'm
Oh.
so confused.
I am too. I can only handle one piece of paper at a time.
I thought I didn't have one, now I had two, so,
We're good now.
yeah.
Okay,
You're good?
I think,
Would anyone like to make a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
I,
Aye, motion carried. And we have approval of minutes from both last meeting, July 17th, and the February 27th work study session. Have you guys had a chance to look at those?
yes,
I'd like to make a motion to approve the July 17th meeting minutes and the revised February 27th, 2025 meeting minutes.
Oh, those were not revised, those are just, we never did it. We never.
Oh, okay,
So,
so, the minutes from February 27th.
do we have a second?
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye, motion carried. We have no citizens to comment today, so we have no public comments. But correspondence, we did have some from the Tree Commission. David Blair reached out and wants some input on the US 31 corridor project, the tree planting. Just wanted some opinions and collaboration on that. Do you want to speak about that at all?
Sure.
A little bit?
Yeah, the opportunity to plant trees and make that, it is not a park, it will not be a park, but it is going to be this, the city will have maintenance there, and I think we're thinking, it was very hard to get people to plant petunias there this year, and so when they're putting in the new sidewalks and bike paths and doing what they're doing, we thought it'd be a good time to improve that, and hopefully with something that lasts every year, like a tree, and hopefully beautify that up a bit.
Okay.
So he just wanted, I think the Tree Commission, the NRBC, and he wanted the parks to be informed on that. So
very nice.
we've got,
Yeah.
doesn't start till 27, but the work is starting now, so hopefully there'll be a good plan.
okay,
Yeah.
sounds good. Yeah,
And you'll be a person to keep in contact with?
Yes, and report back.
Fiddler? Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Has anyone else had any correspondence from anyone? Nobody?
had some, people approach me and let me know how nice the Riverwalk is, and what a nice job it was being rehab of it, so that was nice.
The South River Walk? I guess that's
Yes,
the one
South Riverwalk,
currently.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's nice.
yeah, it is nice to hear that.
Okay, I guess I also had some from the Park Art Drop artist reached out and does want to donate the art, and I did pick it up from her Tuesday. So we have that in hand.
Very nice, thank you.
All right, committee reports. As Tim has resigned, we do not have a report on Fifth Avenue, Duffy, or Rich Merrick unless anybody happened to stop by any of those.
I stopped by Duffy, there's a lot of volunteer growth on the basketball court. Growing in the court. And the ball doesn't bounce well on the grass.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
There's enough growth that it would be.
Bounce the ball, that if it hits a patch of grass, it has a foul bounce to it, yes.
Okay.
I was down by Fifth Avenue today and it looks kind of busy.
Was busy, yeah, real busy.
Been down there other times, and the beach looks great, and it looks like everybody's using a fire pit. So, yeah, lots of kids, lots of play stuff, lots of everybody down there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay. And Red Schmerich, is there anything?
It looks good over there. The city's cutting it pretty nice. Marvin is still having a fit because people are driving in there. I said, I don't know what you want me to do for you. It's like,
I know Jeff talked about putting more of those wooden
Yeah.
posts.
Yeah, bollards, bollards, or whatever.
yes,
It is our only drive-through park.
yes, yeah.
Is that the only place they could enter from, is that?
Mhm.
Off the
Basically, because it's a
I
cut-in.
believe so, yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
cut-in.
Unless they climb over the curb.
Right,
Right.
Anybody driving a truck, if they wanted, anybody, if they wanted in there bad enough, they would.
yeah.
They go straight to the back, and he says, I know they're letting their dogs out and they're not cleaning anything up. And I said, well, then go over there and say something to them.
Maybe we should ask Jeff, because we did mention those posts, Jeff brought it up.
Right.
Posts to put in there to prevent that.
Yeah, to slow that traffic
That'd be a
down.
good
Yeah.
thing to do.
And the outhouse, or the porta potty was moved to the front.
Good, yeah.
Saw that.
Yes.
Good thing, yeah,
I think.
yes.
Does, all of our parks have the mutt mitts, or is that just for,
Rich Mark does.
Yes.
it does?
Ninth
Okay.
Street Boat Launch
Doesn't, how about Duffy, does that? I don't think I
think I
remember
asked a
seeing
couple
anything.
I think it does.
Does it?
I
Like
think
on the
so.
parking lot
I think we talked
side,
about
or-
this last meeting, didn't we, or?
No, I mentioned it a couple times. I guess,
I wanna say it does.
okay, then it's probably newly added
But
because
we need something at 9th Street, you think?
that's what I was referring to, is Ninth Street. I didn't think had.
Oh,
I
no,
know
I was
it's
talking about
at-
Duffy, I was talking about Duffy.
No, no, I'm talking
Oh.
about Ninth Street.
Yeah, no, there's nothing at 9, the rest.
Oh,
Yeah,
Does it need it, do you think? it
yeah,
does?
because there's dog stuff and there's dogs there. So,
Dog stuff.
No, because Tim is gone, someone new will be picking up those parks hopefully, but if any of you want to trade or pick one of those up instead of one that you have, I guess now's a good time to,
Well, I can take care of Red Schmerich.
You want Red Schmerich?
Because I live right there.
I can do, Duffy.
I can mosey down to Fifth
but
Avenue.
we don't have to take all of them, just if you want to trade with
Oh,
like,
no.
something you have, because someone,
Oh, no, I'm good with what I have. It doesn't matter. I'll take on additional if need be, you know.
do you want to
cover
take
it.
over Duffy just until we get a new
Yeah,
person?
I'll take Duffy.
Thank you.
Just to the end.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and then Fifth Avenue, we'll just keep an eye on.
Right. I mean, I go down there periodically.
And Jeff has updates too for me because he's gone.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Laney,
well, a Ninth Street Boat Launch looks pretty much the same. Morton Park, the flowers, just finally, I gave up trying to tend them in the box. And I'm probably gonna just stick some fake ones in there. But same thing with the court, you know, there's volunteer stuff. I think I mentioned it last time. Reed's Park, you know, the bathrooms are clean, but they really need to be revitalized. But the rest of it looks pretty good. Can't think of anything that really needs repair or anything, so, that I noticed. That's it.
okay. I guess that's me. Rotary Park looks great, other than it needs some weed control. Where the mulch meets the sidewalk, there's just a nice strip of weeds growing along all the edges there, but otherwise it looks great. The leadership group still, I didn't go by today, but a couple days ago, they still hadn't put up the sensory board. The posts have been moved over to the trees, but I was curious if anybody knows if they're still gonna put up the,
I would think they would.
because it's been a month since, over a month since they moved it, and it still hasn't been
Huh.
finished.
Well, doesn't the chamber sponsor that kind of?
Yes, they do, and
So maybe we need
we
to
should call the
contact.
chamber, and the one on the Riverwalk, when, if someone calls them, also needs repair.
All right.
And it hasn't made it through winter, but there's not much on it. I don't know if anybody noticed the one on the Riverwalk.
There's a woodpecker, I think, or something.
There's just a woodpecker, but the other thing is kind of fixed. So we should have some little plan. I mean, who's maintaining those? I think they might take more maintenance than some of the other projects.
We were worried about that.
Okay.
Who's gonna contact the chamber?
I can.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
if anybody else wants to,
Is
they
that
can.
Sammy?
No,
Okay.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Now that I think about it.
yeah.
Okay, and then Lighthouse Park looked great. It looked great last time too, but disc golf also looked beautiful. I had all those pictures last time. It's pretty much the same as last time. It's looking really, I mean, those parks are looking really good. There's not much to improve. And I said disc golf. Mac Park looked fine as well. That was really easy for me this time. But yeah, that's it for me. Liz?
Okay. First, I'm going to start with the marina. And the marina, saw Katie down there today, and Katie was helping bring in a boat, taking their lines and stuff. And the marina is full, and I have never seen it full of so many big boats. So, Manistee, it's like these were big,
Yes, they are.
big boats.
Yeah.
And they're from all over the country. It's, they're out of state, Minnesota, so it was, and
Nice.
that marina, it looks nice. And I am thankful, and Kelly Grieve was in charge of that project to do the down part, but the people are liking that. And I had been up to Petoskey's marina, and ours is so much better than the city of Petoskey. And so, yeah, she did an excellent job, and it looks way better. So, and I'm thinking that might be having an effect too. I mean, it's just a real positive.
Sure it is.
The furniture outside still looks good. The grill was actually clean, you could have grilled a steak on it tonight. People seem pleased with everything down there, pretty much.
Does it looks.
At the same park, that shuffleboard court still has those major cracks in it. And, our neighbor likes to play shuffleboard and would love to see those repaired. The DPW, I was down there one day when they were looking at it, and they all eyed it up. They saw what needs to be done. I believe there's 3 major cracks. And then once the cracks are repaired, it needs edging, and it needs painting, and it needs new lines drawn. So that desperately needs repair, and it looks bad not repaired. It looks like, Katie, you could correct me, it looks like new scorekeeping things were placed. Those look good. I don't know where those came from, but they actually,
You don't know either?
Oh,
no, someone might have they look good, so that was,
Maybe someone just.
Maybe somebody
yeah,
donated.
I don't know, where they,
I saw it.
I thought they needed repaired last time, a while
yeah.
back, and
yeah, I don't.
they don't know.
Somebody donated it?
So I don't know, and there,
I'm sure somebody anonymously did.
that
is
happens
cool.
more often than you
Cool.
think.
Yes.
People pull weeds,
That is
they pick up,
Right.
there's a lot of that going on, that people are going the extra mile on stuff. The new bushes that Larson's put in to replace the ones that were dead, those are growing, and even the hostas, so they must not have a lot of deer down there, because they didn't have hostas.
I know, right? I'm just gonna.
So that
That
was-
hosta's no deer for sure.
The deer are at my house.
My house, or at ours.
Tiny.
A little thing, the lights just need to be straightened, but you notice things like that. The lights, up in the upper part of the marina by those, where those little red benches are, by the shuffleboard. The posts are okay, but the lights at the top are just a little bit crooked, but things like that people notice. The bathroom door seems to be working. It wasn't all the way shut on the women's one. It's not impossible to open anymore. The toilets look pretty decent. The sinks needed they had cleaned those sinks a while back, and when they clean them, they're spotless. And it wasn't just one day's little bit of it. They need a good scrub. They need to be, there's iron on them and stains. So the sinks need to be clean. That square, and I think I saw it, was it in Facebook or on the newspaper, those butterfly gardens are gorgeous this year, and I believe Jane Seaford is the one that does that with her. They are, if you get a chance, walk by them, the flowers are, that butterfly one and the other one next to Fracano's, in addition to that other park that she maintains, that contemplative park, or whatever that's called, down there by Goodies on that end. So those look fabulous,
They do.
the flowers.
And they're doing their job. There have been so many butterflies down there.
Yes,
Monarchs and-
yes, they are.
Nice.
They're working.
Yes.
And then I saw a recycling bin at the marina, and I opened it up, and it looked like they are using it for recycling. So is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
That's positive. I thought that was
Yeah.
good.
Cool.
I mean, sometimes there's bags of trash in there.
There's a bag in there, they don't like films, but
Yeah.
you can have pop bottles.
Catch
I
on.
thought about it.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, so that was a positive, because I think that people do like that. I noticed
Yeah.
other marinas have those. Let's see, the recycling, and I did this. There's a flag down there somewhere, and I can't remember, on that river walk. There's a pole without a flag. And I don't know, and you notice it now, that the river walk, it's a big, sturdy, good-looking flagpole. If we could put
Is
a,
it at the motel?
is it Manistee?
I thought that's where the flags were.
Okay, I think you're right.
Huh.
Do they own it? Who owns that?
I don't know.
But it'd be nice and put a solar light on it so we don't have to take it down at night. But a flag, an American flag, I would suggest, would be really pretty there. Yes,
I'll,
it's right there, because remember that car hit it that time.
Yeah, I know who to ask.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see. There was a couple benches that need painted on the Riverwalk, and the rest of the Riverwalk, everything pretty much is painted. It would be nice to see, and I don't know if we would want to do those, there's probably 8 benches that need painting.
Okay.
And it'd be nice to paint the wooden trash cans that did not get painted or haven't been painted for a while. But I think there's at least 8 benches on the Riverwalk. And let's see. Yeah, and there's 2 benches behind Ann's Christmas shop. And the only thing on that Riverwalk park is we did not paint because we don't have the easement there, but that sure looks bad. Behind Manistee Inn and that Don Tequila, the railing is not painted. So now against the pristine white, you see the rust. You see that, and it's kind of like, you wonder why not. And it's because the city didn't own the easement, but if there was any way somehow.
Put some pressure on the property owners.
Yeah, yeah.
And the boards were not replaced right behind downtown.
No.
Either, the wooden boards.
And there's 2 sections of boards, and it's probably too late to get them replaced, but it just almost looks like a little feud is going on or something. It just is a poor look for the town. So, and you see it from the water, and you see it from the Riverwalk. So yes, I don't know how we do that, or if we can, and Bill Gamble may have tried already, but in light of it all being done, that sure stands out.
Or maybe Bill's not aware of it, but he could send a letter out.
Right.
Yeah, if there's some way.
I know Jeff was aware of it because we talked about that. Those
Okay.
2 sections of boards, and he said they couldn't find the easement, the documents. Which
Okay.
is why it wasn't included in the grant.
Okay, they might not have them, but even if we don't have them, we are allowed to use it, or we are using it. I mean, it's not like people go back up on River Street and come back down. So if there's any way that those could get painted. Then the other thing, and talking about that Riverwalk, because that's been a big project, that, and I don't know what the building's called, with the steel at the bottom, it's that burgundy with a little graffiti written on it, right there by the parking lot by the barber shop. There's.
Oh, the old Gambles?
Yes, the old Gambles, yes. And that looks rough now. And it'd be so neat, and we've talked about this, he owns that wall, I'm sure. But if we ever, I know not this year, but that would be a neat place to put a mural of a ship or with a very well drawn, beautiful something on that. And it has had that graffiti on it as long as I can remember. And just little, whatever that people draw on graffiti. So that would, let's see. Oh, and then they did the cement on the switchback by the barber shop. That looks good. Let's see. The one thing on the Riverwalk, and I think when we make these grants and stuff, the details, there's a fountain down there, and it has a dog dish at the bottom that you could get your dog to drink, which is nice. But it doesn't have a water bottle filler. And I don't think I've seen one since COVID that has 2 drinking fountains and no water filler. Everybody is, especially on the Riverwalk, people walking or jogging.
Really?
They have water bottles with them. And I thought, oh, so we have a drinking fountain. People are
It's always been my understanding pets aren't allowed on the Riverwalk.
They changed that. They are on that section, but
That
not
section.
from Johnston Funeral
Gotcha,
West.
Gotcha.
So, let's see. And the next one was the Lions Pavilion, and that looks pretty good, and it's very well used. I looked at the calendar, and I think I counted like 24 things.
Nice.
So the money part, you know, that the money must be coming in. There was like 24 events scheduled for the month of August on the bulletin board.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it's used. And I think when people use it, they're blowing it out. They're keeping it, you know, they're having their event in there, they want it nice. So, and I know the DPW is too, but it's, that looked pretty nice and it's very well used. And there was a lot of people down there in all the parks.
Quick question, I was down there today too, and there was water laying against the wall, that's, on the side of the river. Was there a window that was left open when it was raining, or what is the water doing?
Isn't the hose hookup just to the east of that?
Inside, Karen?
Yes, inside.
Oh,
No, the
inside.
water is on the inside of the pavilion. I'm sorry, I didn't say that.
Okay.
And I did notice that one of the windows near the bulletin board in there, the display board, was opened. And when I saw the water, I said, where's that? Why is that in there? I couldn't figure it out. I looked at the roof, it didn't, you know, it didn't look like there, what I could see, didn't look like there was, but it was standing there. I just worry about the boards, things of that sort. I don't know how deep it was, but just so that
That's
maybe we
on our
should look
building.
into it.
It's not a drain in there, and it does, remember we power washed that, and it
Slopes.
slopes and it retains that water. So
Okay.
it probably came from that torrential rain the other night and hasn't left.
I gotcha. Oh, maybe from from
Might
the
have.
front, off of the sidewalk, you mean?
Yeah,
Right.
it could.
I bet you it could have that way too. You might be right.
So that was that, and then,
Thank you.
First Street Beach, it's had a busy season, and it's apparent. It really needs a deep, the dressing rooms are pretty much unusable, they're full of sand. And it wasn't just one days, the bathrooms are not clean. The bathrooms need, really cleaning. I mean,
But
just scrub around the base.
The
of,
vendor, they're supposed to clean the bathrooms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is
They're
that-
not, they need a
The
deep.
food service, that's part of their deal, remember?
Oh, then,
That's part of the contract. They're
gotcha. Okay.
clean the bathrooms
Over by the fish cleaning station.
It needs deep cleaning.
By
They
the,
smell.
by the
and-
bath, by the concession.
by the concession.
And someone, I went in there and someone came in with a child, and you could just tell she was like, oh, just go in the lake. You know, she was not wanting her child to use that bathroom. So that we need to work.
Okay.
And little things like the containers inside the stalls are the screw has come loose, they're hanging, you know, just the bathrooms.
That's,
Everything,
well, okay.
everything needs to be done in those bathrooms. That's it. But the parks are being used, and that's very apparent, so that's the positive. Done.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, hold on, Liz. One of the items we forgot to add to the agenda at the beginning and amend, like we said we were going to do, was about Lions Pavilion, potential upgrades. Did you just want to add that into your?
Yeah, we're just saying, Katie, I don't know if you know how much money that there is in there, but I think we should do some upgrades. We should be thinking about it, because I'm always afraid of carrying over that. We get the money
From the rental.
rentals.
Okay.
And we have the opportunity to spend it on the Lions Pavilion. And I'm always afraid of carrying it over just in case it's not there next year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if anybody has any ideas of something,
I thought you guys discussed picnic tables.
picnic tables could be replaced,
Well,
the
we-
cabanas could be repainted,
Yeah,
that's
the
what I think.
cabana, especially the ceiling.
The ceiling on those white ceilings in the cabanas should be painted.
Yeah, we talked about that for a couple of years, I think.
Yes, we have. Do we know how much money is in that account, Katie?
I don't,
Okay.
but I can find out and send it over to you.
Oh,
That's
cool.
perfect.
you.
Maybe we can bring that up next time at the next meeting.
Yep.
Think about what to do with that.
Okay.
Okay, Karen.
Softball diamonds, both of them looked really good. The fence capper has been replaced on the south diamond, which was all ripped up, so I was happy to see that. Let's see what else I have. The spectator benches need painting. The other side, the north diamond has been painted, and I'll tell you what, whatever color that is, it really stands out and it really looks good. It's kind of like a tan, almost like a stain. It really looks good. North Diamond, did we get new metal frames for the player benches at both diamonds? They're tubular
I haven't heard that.
and they're black. They look really sharp with that tan wood on it. So I don't, yeah, and I don't remember, it looks really nice.
Okay.
Maybe I just painted it.
Yeah, it could be. But it really looks nice, and that's in the players' bench and the dugouts.
And which ones need painting?
Well, you know, like the spectator benches.
Okay, on that field, same field?
Yes. Arthur Street. The entrance and the doors still need to be painted to spruce that up a little bit, at least the doors, if not the whole entranceway. And there's volunteer growth, weeds along the curb, along the stone wall again. So it's just in all these hardscape areas where it shouldn't be, and it really sticks out. And the light, do you know if the light was fixed?
Yes.
It was, thank you. I'm gonna have to drive by at night. I just got back here, so yes, okay, cool. So the light's fixed, all good over there. Man-made look good. Have we got an update on the purchase of the parcel?
Jeff said that they're still waiting for the state to approve it, so.
Okay.
They're just,
Yeah,
I don't know
well,
how
this
long that
takes a
takes,
long time.
and I don't think he did either.
Okay. I just keep seeing the orange, the orange fencing
Right.
Oh, was-
down there. Can't wait to move.
He was we're waiting for the state to release the money. It's been approved.
Has it?
Yeah, that's the last I heard.
Oh, okay, so it is.
Yeah, it's approved, but the state hasn't released the money, but who knows?
Okay.
You know how that related.
And they took the porta-gen and they put it between two smaller trees, which was a great idea, so that you can't tip it either side. Yeah.
Okay.
Has that been a problem, tipping?
Yeah.
Yeah, over there a little bit every once in a while. Not as much as 9th Street, but I shouldn't say that because I.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
They put 4 stakes at each corner at the one at night.
Yes, they did, and it's real stable now. See?
Well, actually, at one time I thought, well, maybe the wind knocked it over
Right.
Right.
because it does get windy.
Yeah.
But
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
yeah, it might have been.
Benefit of the doubt.
Benefit
I
of
always
the
go
doubt.
for
You know,
that.
Benefit of the doubt.
it's bad because the door's got a warp too.
Yeah.
But the question I wonder about, like with the porta potties, like some areas, they take them away for the winter.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we need them to take the one at 9th Street away and bring it right back or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotcha.
They're saying a different one, and
Yeah.
just replace it with one with a door that works better.
Like take it away and,
So it's not sitting all winter?
well, yeah, and then bring it out when ice fishing.
Oh.
Oh, they can use that in ice fishing. I wouldn't have
Yeah,
thought
they
of
use
that.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's used.
Absolutely. I wouldn't
Good
have
place.
thought of that.
Ice
That way we might get,
Perfect place.
Yeah.
I get it.
yeah, it's packed for
Okay.
ice fishing.
Yeah.
So,
No, that'll be it.
Okay. We're to you, Charlie.
I apologize, I did not get down to the bandstand. When you drive by that Veterans Memorial, I don't know who takes care of it, but somebody gives it extra love.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, it looks very nice when you drive by, and it's almost manicured. I haven't walked through it, but,
You know, up on the upper level?
yeah.
Oh, it is. They do a nice job.
That's really pretty.
Yeah. As far as the band shell, I helped
Build it.
Brevies. There was Dan Oddly, my co-chair, I was Dan Bathurst's co-chair. We were there to clean up the bandstand. And we scraped the Veterans Park and repainted them, but I do know that the paving brick that we put in 30 years ago is sinking below the timbers, and it was, it was a great idea at the time, but probably time that those were addressed. So, And I haven't walked on the South River Walk, but you gave a wonderful report, so.
Yeah,
I don't think you,
I was wondering about that.
Hers is the north. Oh. What's wrong on that? Okay, mine is just the marina, not the Riverwalk.
It's okay, we'll take it. I'll take it.
I had to laugh. I wonder what Charlie's gonna think.
I know, right?
Never.
I'm looking
Lock that one again.
North and South River.
I appreciate the help.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else?
I do not.
All right. Okay, Linda.
the Sands Park looks great. The city tore out some dead bushes on the corner of the skate park. They cut all the way around the building, trimmed the bushes, cleaned out all the milkweed. The butterflies are sad.
Oh.
I think they'll come back next year. Nobody has cut the hill yet. I brought that up to the control board last week, and because it's probably 3 feet high on that hill. And it's like two neighbors that nobody is gonna cut close to that line, because
I'm gonna talk about that.
I wanted to talk about that too, so let's do that. That was one of the things I wanted to add to the agenda, but do you want to talk about it now, when you're done with your?
well, and I said to the control board, I said, you know, if that was Linda's house, I would have already gotten a letter saying I'm cutting your grass at 250 plus. Who's gonna cut that grass?
So Linda, can I ask, are you talking about behind the really old play equipment going up the hill where the football stadium
yes.
used to be?
Yep.
I remember going up that hill when I was probably 10 or 12 years old, and it was, you know, up to your thighs back then. I asked Jeff, and he said, you know, I don't think anybody's ever cut that. And I believe it, because I remember it from,
Well, that could very well be.
it's always been kind of a natural.
I think it's more, no, for me, it's more noticeable because the tennis courts are gone. So now it's a big grassy area and then a big hill that's high with weeds.
Could it be just improved by throwing some like wildflower seeds down in there and making it just a nice,
I don't know. I
Like-
suppose, I don't know.
natural?
That would be a
Thing.
smart thing to do.
Because
Yes,
then you wouldn't have to worry about maintaining it, nobody would have
exactly,
to.
exactly.
Well, trust me, they're not gonna maintain it.
Well, I mean, it could be made looking even nicer than
Yes, yeah, it could.
less effort.
Yeah, it could.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think that's what I keep crabbing about, that we should do with more instead of worrying about cutting it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like around the water towers, like,
yeah, just let it.
yeah, make it a,
Natural
Pollinator,
area.
yeah.
Pollinator area.
yeah,
Yes.
and not mow it. And to me, that's a win-win.
And I think there's flowers and things that would bloom, that would be
Yes.
nice.
That's
So,
a great idea.
and it's a process, you know, the first year, you gotta rototiller it up, you know, and spread the seed, mow it, you gotta mow it the second year, but then, you know,
You can't just throw wildflower seeds and things and they'll
no.
just.
There's a little
I
bit,
tried that, it doesn't work.
there's a little
I'm
bit
not a gardener, obviously.
It doesn't work.
to get it going,
See what sticks.
but once it's established, you know, the plants that are gonna actually work there will survive and multiply and grow, and you don't really, maybe once every 5 years, you might wanna mow it in the spring, but that's about it. But, you know, you save money on gas, you save money
Yeah, you do.
on employees, and
Yes.
it looks nice, and then,
Helps the environment.
yeah.
I don't think it looks bad to have a natural area. I think it's.
I don't.
Well, so long as people understand, because we don't want the community saying like what Linda says. If I did that, I'd be in trouble. Maybe just a little stake that says natural area.
Pollinator garden or something,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm all for that, that's for sure. And I know Jeff now works with the conservation district on stuff, so they're the people to really,
There you go.
really work with it on.
The conservation district.
Yeah.
Would maybe take something on like that, making it.
No, they would
No.
help you.
Plan it.
Yeah, yeah, so you do put the right stuff in there.
And that black cap also helped on the Riverwalk with natural things.
Yeah.
Down there by Manistee Inn, it says flowers provided.
Yeah, yeah.
Black cap, natural vegetation.
Yeah.
Is that something we would need to take action on or make an opinion on or?
Well, are we ready to talk about Sands Park?
Well, Do we want to talk about that specifically first, or what?
No, it's all part and parcel.
Or should we let Linda finish?
Yeah, let's let Linda finish.
That was all.
That was
But I
all.
know, because in the back, nobody would mow, and it was like, why is this strip this wide, right behind the building, like a field? Because they'd mow all this, and the school would mow all this, but nobody would go, and then all of a sudden,
That's weird.
it all went,
Yeah.
so.
I never even noticed that part.
It's only that wide, they can
Someone
make
should,
one.
every other time.
I think it's probably steep and stuff is why people.
Oh, yeah.
The building is-
Grade, so it's hard to
Yeah.
maintain.
The building is pretty flat, but in the back of the building, it goes out about like this, and it does start to go up a little bit, but it's flat enough that I could cut it by hand if I had to. So I can't believe the city, those young men
So
can't
they
ride their
could-
little mower back.
They
and
could
cut
run
it.
the power mower back.
They could, yeah.
Do they have a hand mower, or I just see them,
Oh, I don't know.
riding?
Well, I would think with one pass, if it's as,
Well, it's probably 2 or 3 passes.
They probably need a
to
weed
make it-
whacker.
to get
Oh,
to
maybe
the
weed whacker would
line
be
where the
better.
other one is in cutting. Because it's like the 2 neighbors that don't speak, I'm not doing that because I'm not cutting anything for you, and I'm not cutting anything for you.
Is that hill, do they mow that big hill, the one that people used to sled down at Sands Park?
I think the well, they've tore out some trees, so I don't know how much grass is like to the east of the building. That all gets cut, I believe. It's not wild acres over there like it is over there.
Yeah.
And I keep hearing the school and the city say, we own this together, but nobody wants to be together with that. So, but that's just my opinion.
maybe we could make Jeff aware of it.
Oh, Jeff's aware of it.
So
I think.
okay, I think it's time I tell my story.
Can you hold this 1 second?
Okay.
I actually asked Jeff, I'm like, do you need us to make an opinion or, talk about this and let us know? And he said, yes, if you would provide an opinion, what the Parks Commission thinks that would be useful guidance from the city perspective, so.
Let's let me see, and then we'll.
But that specific issue, or is there?
It's the whole issue of Sands Park altogether, and that piece you're referring to is part of it. So that's why I did plan on talking about it. So I'm gonna give you probably more information than you want, but I think it's important everybody here understands how Sands Park is. There's a Sands Park deed that, there was an old one when it was granted to Sands Park, and then there's a more current one from like 1951. And then there's Sands Park regulations. So the regulations specify what the rules are. And basically, how it works is if the city wants a piece of equipment, they pay for it. If the school wants a piece of equipment, they pay for it. But they're supposed to go to the control board and say, I want this piece of equipment here, because whoever devised these regulations, I think, did a really good job. You own that piece of equipment together, as well as the maintenance, 50-50. And just recently, the lawyer came out and said, yeah, that's how it works. Now, Manistee Public Schools doesn't really have a good understanding of that. I don't think the city had a good understanding of that. Because nobody, and I sit at the Sands Control Board meeting and say, we need to get together and figure this out. Finally think I'm making progress. Because I said, so what's the next step? And it sounds like, Bill, the city manager, I said, one option would be the DPW, our DPW, and the schools people get together and decide who's going to maintain what. Because there's no system of maintenance now that says, you mow this and you mow that. So that's kind of where we are. But the city shouldn't place a piece of equipment or anything unless it goes through the Sands Park Control Board. The same thing with the school district. So they shouldn't, because we owe it as joint tenants. So when it breaks, when the fence breaks, we're actually both responsible. That's why it has to be a joint decision by the control board. And that kind of wasn't happening from what I could see. And so we're trying to get there, but it's going to take a while. Now, one of the specific examples, exactly like you're saying, is that piece there. Nobody's been mowing it. You know, like everybody noticed this, the school mows this part and they mow that part. But because it should be more clear so that when Jeff is gone or Liz, we're all gone, they still know what's supposed to happen. And it's not clear right now. I guess that's the best way to put it. Does that make sense? So we're working on it. Ron Stoneman is the chair, so he's the one who calls the meetings. Bill is aware of my desire to move forward on this and, come up with, and it's to the city's benefit too, to have it
Yes.
clearly defined. And then there was also the issue, Manistee Public put up a fence in front of the playground. And I had an issue with that because it took away the access. And hopefully I brought it to everyone's attention and hopefully it'll be addressed. But, it didn't come to the control board as it should have. And it actually, there's a gate, but it's a gate that's 2.5 car drive and it's not handicapped accessible. It's not direct access from Maple, the sidewalk there, like it used to be. It's not handicapped accessible. It's just not right. So we're working on it, and I don't know, hopefully Bill will get together and break the news to Maps.
What about that park's insured? I mean, who carries the liability if a kid gets hurt? You both carry it.
I
don't know
can't
what that
remember,
would
but
go.
it is in the thing,
Okay.
yeah.
It is in the what?
It's in the regulations.
Okay.
indeed. And then,
Tax, whatever you
yeah,
wanna call it.
and I think it's on the city's insurance policy. So. And it might be both, the district and the city are both insuring it. I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
would be surprised.
Yeah.
That would be actually wise.
Yeah. And Linda, what about the skate park area? How did that?
Well, the city tells us that skate at your own risk. You break your wrist or you break your leg or whatever, then your parents are responsible for that. So the city,
I meant like also on the
On the
skate
bill?
park, what are they gonna do? Like we talked about the age of the equipment kind of.
well, they talked about it at the Sands Control.
Yeah.
Um,
So for the skate park, there were 3 options given, like a $20,000 one, a $44,000 one, and $1,000 one. So naturally, everybody would prefer the higher price option. And the meeting was left with Jeff and the gentleman who is spearheading this
Yes.
would meet. And, they don't have that much money for a match.
That would be Gabe.
Yeah,
Yeah, Gabe is, he doesn't sit on my board, but he doesn't have time. But he likes to come around and talk about things, and he's a real go-getter. And I should have let him speak first, because he said we could buy an
yes.
I don't have the,
Yes.
evergreen
About
skate
that.
park
Yes.
for about $5,000 cheaper than what we could concrete the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and with the old equipment. So I think that's what everyone would prefer to lean towards. And I think it kind of getting the okay from the city and then the fundraising piece.
Mhm. And I told them too, because I always have to say, that grant is very attainable for us if the city writes that grant. I've been told because we don't own the land, we can't write the grant.
Right,
But if they help us out, there's a grant already in place, it's on hold. Lyle is gonna see it through.
yeah.
He'll make sure it goes all the way through, but his hands are tight also.
But you also need the 10% match.
I'll
And you
find
need a
that.
good price, the exact price
Right.
on the Everclear for that area.
Yes.
And I guess the way the Evergreen
Evergreen.
Evergreen works is it's kind of embedded in the ground. So
Yes.
they'd have to dig a hole. So there's the cost of the thing plus the hole you have to dig. But, and then it also has to go through the Sands Park Control Board for approval, and probably through parks and so on.
Right.
But I seem to recall, and you were at the meeting, the way it was left is Gabe and Jeff were gonna have a discussion.
That'd be a nice improvement.
That
Yeah.
would be an awesome
Yeah.
improvement.
Hopefully, sorry, go ahead. Hopefully we'll hear something.
Well, I think Gabe would have let me know if Jeff contacted him. I have not heard from him, but I'll ask him. But I know Stoneman and Jeff, they were talking back and forth, and you really need to talk to those folks, and I'm thinking, we're sitting right here. We are right here. You know, and it's like, I wasn't impressed with that. It's like, you know who we are, we come here all the time. This isn't my first rodeo.
I think part of the Parks Commission's duty, I guess, per our bylaws, is to let city council know what we think as the Parks Commission, and be vocal, and we're supposed to be advising city council. Not that they have to follow what we think, but we're supposed to be putting out opinions about what should be done in parks. So does anyone want to take a stab at an opinion? What do you guys feel about this? What do you think about the weeds on the hill, and what do you think about this idea of evergreen and that type of asset for the community versus what's there? I mean,
My knee-jerk
don't you guys
reaction,
wanna know what the
Is this a-
opinion of the parks is for those
I
different?
think the letter should go to the Sands Park Control Board as well.
Yeah.
that's my opinion. If there's a control board, all we can do is, sounds like all we can do is follow what they,
Well,
They're the
Or maybe
decision
we're
or
makers.
they come to, or they give us their recommendations and we
Yeah.
give their blessing.
well,
Well, there's two
They-
representatives from the city, and there's two representatives from MAPS that sit on the Sands Park Control Board. And I think as representatives of the city, are you,
where you make the
you're taking the
decision.
city's opinions into consideration when you're representing the city on the board, is that,
Correct.
am I
I
right?
mean, that's the way
Yeah.
it should be, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's why I think it's important
I
to
did-
give support, or,
Yeah.
think, wait, whoa, 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 are you sure that's a good idea? Or,
Let me say.
not that they can take it or leave it.
I don't know how long that park has been in place. How long has it been in place?
I think that since 2000, 2002, something like that.
Okay, so we're looking at 23-year-old equipment. The other thing is imagine how far advanced they have gotten. This evergreen, now I know nothing about it, but it sounds like it's state-of-the-art type of equipment for skateboarders. And it sounds like this gentleman really knows his stuff.
He does, yes.
I'd like to see the best for the citizens and visitors alike here. So if I would propose that we support a good or improved, enhanced area for skateboarders. If this is the way we're gonna go, I think full support should be behind it from this commission. That's my opinion.
I would agree with that.
And that's a skate park portion.
Yes, that's just the skate park.
With the garden, I would love to see more natural growing in our park areas, to provide areas that are less active. It's also a screen between activities, it can be. And it also helps the environment by, absolutely, it helps with erosion a lot of times. It'll help with feeding our friends, our natural friends, yeah, our pollinators, which makes our flowers bloom and of course helps feed our deer.
Well, maybe
But-
regarding that, maybe there's a larger area we could propose at Sands Park to be a natural area.
Now, that's another idea.
Yeah, rather than just the hill.
And I will say that working for the city of Detroit, we ended up doing a lot of that at some of our bigger parcels. You know, Rouge Park, Chandler Park, Palmer Park. we allowed a lot of the areas that we used to cut to become prairie areas again. And I'll tell you what, that is really nice to see that. So that was, I was surprised that we went that way, but when we did that, it takes away a lot, the money that it saves is tremendous, actually.
But it can't, and there's that fine line and everything, it can't look like it's just an unmowed family field.
Exactly.
going
No,
on.
it has to be
Maintained.
purpose.
Yeah, and it can't look neglectful.
Yeah, exactly.
The city has cut back. It has to be well maintained, it has to be a plan, and
Yes.
like the flowers, we should know what we're doing there, and there are people that do understand that, not
Well,
myself.
and, you know,
But-
you might wanna,
I think draw it out.
Manistee Public wanted to cut a walking path through there, so you have a walking path.
Oh,
through
that's a
the-
good idea too.
They had kind of tried that behind the high school. I think Kevin Grossman did it, and who else? Behind the 12th Street School. Behind there by the water, the city water, there used to be some wildflowers planted in there. And then they had paths, that's what made me think of that. They did mow paths through there and stuff, and you could walk. And then it kind of just got out of hand, and I don't even think there was anything going on there now.
Yeah, no, it has to be.
Now it's just on
You're
road.
Absolutely right.
So it's
Parts of
gotta
it,
be
yes.
very well maintained, and, you could put some perennial flowers in there from, the end of the year, or garden clubs might give them to you, but I think it has to be organized and well planned.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I think it could be a great area there. I would like to go walk it again so I can,
Yes, we should all. walk it
understand the
next-
breadth of it, but yes, so that we could see it and see what we can envision there anyway.
Well, there's a brand new sidewalk there, so you can walk down that sidewalk and look at all that.
There you go.
And the grass is growing really nice where
Tennis courts were.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take a walk.
There's plenty of room to do that. I know Stoneman talked before about having some kind of a walking path that was handicap accessible.
I love that idea.
And I can't
Absolutely.
believe they couldn't afford to lay down some cement through a garden area like that, to get those kids that have trouble walking.
Exactly.
Because I don't know, but if they want to do if this is accomplished with the nature area, according to what I've read about the ADA, it does have to be handicap accessible. And I think the school could get in trouble because of that fence, if the ADA came in and saw that.
I think you're right.
The fence on Maple Street?
Yes, yeah, the fence that they put up and, the gate that is always going to be open, it's like, I'm sure it is not. But,
Or what's the point of having a gate?
exactly,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then not be there if it's
Yeah.
gonna be open.
yeah. Yeah, that's a great idea, and even, we had a lot of milkweed by the building this year, and we had a ton of butterflies.
Oh, see.
And we've had a couple of rabbits, and I guess now we have a cat that keeps coming.
Well, he's
So, hey, that would be,
Good to have around.
You'd be
I will say
interested in
that.
seeing a wild area behind the building like that would have flowers and things?
that would be fine.
And mowing? and-
Yeah, that would be fine.
Well,
There's-
then,
Want to look at it.
yeah,
Maybe you
Yeah.
can actually see behind the
Maybe
building.
we
I was
should-
looking
Got
at
it.
before.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Maybe we should have a committee that could go over there and kind of eye the place and maybe just come up with some ideas or designs that maybe that we'd like to see happen.
well,
That would have to be presented to the Sands Park Control Board, right? Anything that.
Oh,
is-
absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
It has to be, yeah.
Absolutely. No,
It's the control
no.
board.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess-
I'm just saying as a body here,
Yeah,
you know,
we can
the
suggest.
way
exactly, advice.
the correspondence from the emails from Bill Cameron, the city manager, was that, maybe it's just mentioning to Jeff, and then when he gets together, when they figure out. So maybe what I could do is email Mr. Gamble and say, we talked at the Parks meeting, and this is what we're thinking.
Right,
Yeah.
just let those opinions.
Their input.
disseminate through
Yeah.
Jeff versus
Yeah.
How would that be?
official
That's fine with
And
me,
then
yeah.
start
motions or anything.
see what happens.
Yeah, okay.
And then
That's
if we have to take a more formal stance.
Unless we're all split on what we're thinking around.
Yeah.
It seems
No,
like we're all kind
no.
of.
I want to go walk it, I'm
No,
not,
I think that would
I
be,
walk it too. I need to
Yeah.
walk it, I need to see it exactly how it is, but I like that idea. And I don't see a lot of flowers or a lot of greenery at that park necessarily, so that would add to that.
flowers,
No.
really.
Right,
No, no
I
flowers.
don't either, and I think that those add a lot of flowers to a parcel.
Okay. Okay, shall we move along?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we're up to DPW Director Jeff McCool's update, which I met with him because he's on vacation this week. And he
Okay.
gave me a short detail about every park and every grant, I think, if you, I'll try to go quickly.
Okay.
Fifth Avenue,
Yes,
he said that tennis court is being used all the time for pickleball. He's
I'd
like,
love to
there's
hear that.
always
I have seen it.
I'd
people
love
lined
to
up,
hear
and as soon
that.
as one leaves,
Yes,
another
it
group
is
moves in.
used.
And he's gotten feedback from Kendra from concessions, and she said, yes, that's used just all the time for pickleball. And he asked about taking out the basketball hoop, because I know we voted during the
And it's
May
still
or
there, yeah.
the meeting he missed, I think it was in May, and we all voted to, yes, please take out the basketball hoop, because it's, you know, it doesn't make a lot of sense to have basketball on a tennis court.
Well,
That's
especially
also
if it's not gonna
pickleball.
have a hoop.
So,
Yes.
right, and so we wanted to know, do we want him to put a new hoop up, or, I said, no, well, we actually voted to remove it, so I think he felt comfortable going ahead with
It's,
pulling out
it's
the
not
hoop.
being used, are we saying it's not being used? or it's
Doesn't
not
have a
useful?
hoop.
It doesn't have a hoop right now, it's
It
not
hasn't
usable.
had a
Either
hoop for the
to
3 years I've.
Put one there,
Yeah, then take it out.
or just
Take it out, 'cause
and it
that's-
doesn't look real good, it's not a nice.
No, it hasn't been
No.
taken out yet either,
Yeah.
because it was still there today.
Well, we just spoke about this,
Oh, okay.
Friday, Thursday, so, and he's on vacation, so. But I did say, yes, we did vote on it, and he was
Perfect.
gonna pursue pulling it out of there. And then Duffy Park, just, people have mentioned, can we get more fields? That was only the, and I'm not sure that we figured out that there's a way to put more fields, given the city property lines there currently, but, Reg Cherokee had no updates, other than apparently the porta potty's been moved.
Yeah.
That was mentioned in the
Forward.
last meeting.
Yeah.
Memorial Park, he said, the low bidder for the North Riverwalk Memorial Park didn't bid properly, so they had to withdraw their bid, and Swiderski's was the next level bidder at 400,000, but it was over budget. So they ended up taking out 100,000, no, 1K is 1,000 feet, I'm sorry. I'm good. 100,000 feet, no, 1,000 feet of cable railing that was gonna be put in has been removed to try to help meet budget, and they were thinking there were gonna be 2 fishing platforms, wooden fishing platforms, and they were gonna be connected by a new boardwalk.
That would've been nice.
Oh, that-
And that was gonna have to be taken out, but they're looking into some funding possibilities through the community foundation, and they think there may be a
I
way
hope
to
so.
get that back into the project.
I hope so.
So that was looking good.
So, the cabling,
Yes.
it's a railing,
Yes, but it's not along the river.
so,
Somewhere within
Is
the
so
it-
that
park.
you don't need the cabling at all, or are they gonna substitute it with anything?
I don't know about that.
Seems like that would be
That seems.
one of the least expensive, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how you can get cheaper
Yeah.
than the cabling.
I would think
Well, they
so.
had to cut
But,
something.
you know-
out,
That yellow
so-
caution tape.
Got warned.
We'll look into which, I don't know where it was going to be installed, but it, apparently wasn't, did not fall in the river,
I
so.
thought that would look very nice.
But
How
that's-
much was that grant for that? Does anybody
overall?
remember? The overall grant for that side of the river? I can.
Because now we're down to 300,000 if you.
Yeah, that seems so low. We did a lot of work on that. It just seems, they drew plans and everything for it. So I don't know how
Exactly,
much
so-
money was used up on that, but it looks like we haven't done anything yet and we're down on our money.
Well, they did put up the nice new Pardon Our Progress.
I did like those,
That's
yeah.
looks a lot better, but the keep outsides are still there,
Yeah.
which I get, right?
Yeah.
The people need to know not to go down there, but,
They just climb over it.
do they really? Do people are still going down?
I believe so.
Because there's some areas where there's not boards to walk on and some of those
Mhm.
platforms.
I'm sure they portage around that.
Okay.
The people go down there all the time, so they kind of know what to do.
Then there's Arthur Street, just the light bulb, or the light at the launch
Oh, okay.
was replaced.
Thank you, yeah.
And then on the South River Walk, at the time, the painting was almost done. I think it's done now, isn't it? All the
It is
painting?
done, except for those sections we mentioned, which isn't a city issue.
Right, and then there's 3 shade structures that are back ordered behind the West Shore College, where they're building that nice little multi-tiered seating area.
Oh, nice, okay, yes. That would look nice.
Is that what that is, a seating?
It's a seating area.
Yeah, I like that.
Like a
Here,
amphitheater.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Like an amphitheater.
Yeah,
seating.
I asked when I saw the guys working down there, and then Jeff said, yeah, but there's gonna be shade structures, he doesn't remember the color, but they blend with the building in some way, or they're colors of the building. I don't know if that's the green or the.
And that's part of the grant, the city paid for
Yes.
that.
And then, there are also some historical signs that haven't been put in yet, and I don't know what they say, but they're not there yet. First Street, the pay station at the boat launches is being replaced.
Oh, good.
Didn't
'cause
know there
that-
was a problem.
It hasn't
Yeah.
worked, the revenue has been, I think, way down because it was not working for credit cards for
Really?
very long.
It did, and I was on my friend's boat, and we went to the little shed, the gas shed to pay. But what a pain, you know, trying to get over there to
Where did
pay,
you
but
go?
we
Where
just,
did you pay?
um,
Oh, at the marina?
yeah, we paid at the marina, at the little gas shack.
Oh,
So we
you put
couldn't
in-
use, yeah, we put it at First Street, but we couldn't use our, my friend's just got a pontoon.
So the credit card, is that,
It was not
the
working.
cash, it would take cash, but not the credit cards, and that's one of our two enterprise opportunities. So that was
So
a
that's
bad
good to
thing. I
hear.
think it's been
Yeah.
down most of the summer, but.
Did he
and
say,
it's-
oh, pardon me, did he say if he fixed the hole by the one dock? Because we talked about that before, yeah, where you back your trailer in, it's like the second one from the west.
Oh, I'll have to go look at that one, okay.
I haven't seen
And it's like, it's under the water, so you wouldn't know it until you
Ditch?
got your tire into it.
Gotcha.
Like 9th Street.
Yeah. And anybody that, they'll only do that one time.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of tourists, you know, and they're busy and everything, and so I'm sure if it's,
Which one is it, like the second one?
it's, I think my kid said it's like the second one.
I
Okay.
have to go
And
look.
it's from the west, yeah, from the west, yeah. I'm go, okay. Remember, I'm left-handed, I'm telling you, left-handed.
Southpaw.
Okay, that would be good to mention, I guess. And then there was a lamp post, apparently a car hit one near the Hampton.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, knocked it over, and that's all I wrote in my notes. I assume they're putting it back up. Apparently it was knocked over.
My comment to my wife was, we can't have anything nice in Manistee.
Discouraging.
It's like having kids.
But, and then Lighthouse Landings. Okay, so Lighthouse Park, if you guys remember last time, I was complimenting somebody's been painting all those colorful painted accents at Lighthouse Park. It's not DPW, it's not us, we didn't know who was doing it, but he said someone saw something on Facebook where there's a, I believe, a gentleman in Lighthouse Landings who's been doing it just on his own, and he didn't have the name, but if anybody out there knows,
Well,
I'd like to write a thank you note from the Parks
I'm thinking
Commission.
what we could do is a letter to the editor.
Oh, that,
And
That
just
would be a way.
say, you know, the parks, we really appreciate those numerous and anonymous people who are out there doing things.
absolutely.
That's a good idea.
I think that's great.
And mention those things, the
And
picking
maybe-
up garbage
Yes,
and the
yeah.
painting.
I was gonna do that
And
at
then
the
mention
round
that the
table.
benches also need painting, and we are
Yeah.
so inclined to provide the paint.
It's, you know, basically, we do know this and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
has
I
been
think we should
noticed,
do
and
that. That's a great
absolutely.
idea.
I do too. I think that is
Okay.
So you,
wonderful.
I'd be willing to start that and send it around and get everybody.
Cool, please.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That would
no,
be
I
really
think
nice.
that's a great
I was trying to
idea.
figure out how to find this person and thank them.
Well,
That's
hopefully they
really well
read
done.
it, but, you know, maybe you could contact the radio station and go talk there too and say, you know, there's somebody out there, there's several
Yeah,
somebodies out there.
Exactly.
Because I
Yeah.
know
Good
there's
community
that
outreach
Gordy,
moment.
he's doing a bunch of stuff, you don't hear anything.
There's a lot of good
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
Jane
yeah.
Silver is-
Yeah.
Right,
Jane.
exactly.
Yeah, and
No, that'd
say
be a
some of the
great-
names we
yes.
know, some of them we don't, but
Well, I
Stuff
know
is getting
that,
done.
Mark Sandsted has offered to do a radio interview anytime but we
Yeah.
have to give him a couple weeks' notice if it's
I
before an
gotcha.
event, but
Okay.
to discuss and.
so, you know, maybe, because you could almost read some of
I think the letter to the editor is a nice touch.
I do
it.
too.
Yeah.
I do too.
I
But
do
it'd be
too. I
nice to
think
be
that
on the
would be
radio.
awesome, yeah.
to
We can
Karen.
do that, yeah.
Oh, well,
Hey, you're the chair. So well,
thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
back a little bit.
look at me, yeah.
Yay. Okay, so yes, that,
Okay, I'll,
so, because there still have been new paintings since the last meeting, and they look really nice.
yeah.
At least I've noticed.
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
It's really nice. And then, there was mention of, could we, I think it was Linda, remove that softball outfield fence at Sands Park?
Yes,
And the MRA said,
okay.
be okay with that, but, when I was talking to Jeff about it, he said there are a couple other baseball leagues that use that, and we'd have to reach out to them and confirm with them as well, because the Little League teams, they may use that fence as well as county softball teams that have played there,
Well,
so.
they must come when I'm in bed then, because I don't want that.
So we'll need to try to reach out to them before suggesting, but that might actually resolve itself if MAPS and the Sands Park Control Board decide to revamp to, was it soccer and flag football fields potentially at Sands Park, in which case that fence.
The
would
football
just-
field would remove the baseball field, so I'm
Right.
not sure that'll happen, because the ball fields are being used. And MAPS has the ability to put football fields in other areas.
Do they?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, a lot of property.
So, you know, that would be, but as far as soccer fields, like, they mentioned by where the tennis courts used to be. They'd be smaller
Like a
ones,
mini soccer field is what was
Yeah.
mentioned.
Practice field or
Yeah.
something.
Little guys, yeah.
so.
Okay. But yeah, the comment was we'd have to check with those other two entities to see if they.
Now, tell me again who,
Apparently Little League uses that field as well as county softball is what I had written, but
I guess I don't understand who the county softball would be.
we probably, we could ask.
Like when Necma comes in, or they used to, I don't know if they still do, like you say, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know when they are,
Girls teams and stuff, but
I don't know.
because Sheila is there 7 days a week, and she said nobody but the little kids play on that field.
I don't think they are anymore. but-
Yeah, I don't think they
But
do.
I guess it's.
Lighted,
you know,
that's
to
Yeah.
check into it.
Well, I thought at one time there was girls softball there.
There probably was.
There was.
There probably was at one time.
And
Yeah,
they had Necma
Ball
out
everywhere.
there, like would come in.
it was, I mean,
It was active. And it would be
young
county.
junior high, maybe
Yes, it
upper
was.
elementary girls.
Yeah, my nieces were.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that's what he's referring to.
I haven't seen it for a while.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I'm not.
But I think, I guess that's just our.
Yeah, just a
to jump
courtesy.
through to-
Yeah.
those
I
two.
think that Jim Thompson from Sands Control, he was part of the baseball people that put that fence up.
Oh.
I remember that.
He might be a contact. So, and he, when I,
About the home run fence, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, and when I talked about it at the control board, he never said a word. So if he was gonna, I would think he would have said that, so.
You wouldn't, in the meeting, you know, you're kind of frowned upon to answer questions and stuff at a meeting.
To interact.
They asked-
Yeah, to interact.
They asked me questions.
I know.
I thought that was a two-way street. Obviously not.
It is for us. I mean, we interact with people at our meetings if there are any, but.
Yeah,
our
but-
commissions don't. I don't know.
Well, Jermaine interacts with me at city council. If I say something, she always,
But if I do, it's a problem. So that's why we won't, I try to be good.
So maybe when Jeff gets back,
Yes,
we can reach
we'll
out
just
and
table that.
say what specific
Yeah.
person we need to contact to ask about
and
that.
ask for names too.
Right, okay. And then there was no, nothing at Reed's Park and Ninth Street. So the Harbor Commission is interested in
Right.
pursuing development of Ninth Street boat launch, right?
Yeah.
And Jeff has kind of started to do some drawings just to imagine what that
Oh.
could look like in the future. He showed me at him late on his desk. They're not done, he's just working ideas to see what, you know, might be interesting to present as options. So that's coming in the future, stuff to think about. And were you gonna reach out to the Harbor Commission at some point? Did we say that last time? Were you wanting to work with the Harbor Commission on that? Charlie?
You- I would.
Oh, you would?
I would.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry to look like a deer in headlights.
No, that's okay. I might be misremembering, but yeah, is anyone, or if you're not, if you
I would,
wanted.
yeah.
Well, I guess.
And I think reach out to the neighborhood. I remember Aaron Pontiac on city council had said, you know, some of them are a little bit hesitant over improving that and putting it on the maps.
Yeah,
There's just they want that as a neighborhood, and I sent out those pictures when I was.
that was you, okay, yeah.
Right.
And that was such, like it was a flashback to 1960. It was these kids just jumping off and swimming, and they
So
threw their
cute.
bikes down by the side, and their moms were having a coffee and a picnic like on the table, and there was 12 kids there. And they were just jumping off, and a couple of them had life jackets on, the rest of them were just swimmers. And I won't ever forget that. It was just neat to see those kids. And it was rough. It wasn't like a pristine dock. Nothing was pristine, but it was utilized, used, and it was a memory for those kids too. It's
Problem
a
is
couple of them
it's
were out of
unsafe.
time. It's
Because
Yeah, exactly.
the white limestone rock
right.
cuts people's feet. You know, I've seen people get cut there.
So it needs to be improved.
It needs to be
even if
improved.
So
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
things.
Take anything.
Standpoint, but you want to be able to jump off.
Enhance whatever you have.
Aaron's,
How it's used,
and my concern is, it's a neighborhood park and there's no charge. And the first thing I saw with the Harbor Commission is, reading in the paper, oh, and then we can charge to launch
Yeah, it
boats.
cannot be.
So, now part of the problem is, and there's a solution to it, is that, like these DNR grants,
That's what I was just gonna,
yeah, if you charge at one, you have to charge at them all if it's a DNR grant. And I know Jeff will try to go after a DNR grant, waterways grant, because that's an ideal place for that, which means you have to charge. But the solution is, you don't charge anybody. So, I think we need to start thinking about this, because the problem is, sure, we have out-of-towners using our parks, but you know what? The taxpayers paid to put those parks in, all those boat launches, and then you're charging them every year to launch their boat. Now, is that right? And that's the big drawback with improving 9th Street, is because it's community, you know, we don't want to lose that.
Is there a way we need
You
to
can't lose
only
that.
No.
chart, like not to have a discount for city
No.
residents?
No, I
It's
already,
against,
I thought
because
that.
I did check into
Yes.
it, no, there isn't. But, you know, I know there's some revenue that comes in there, but I'm sorry, we're paying for it.
The revenue, it's interesting because you go, it's $10 to launch, $50 a year, I believe.
Yeah.
for
$50 for a
annual pass.
permit,
So people
yeah,
were
sticker.
buying annual passes this year at City Hall. The local residents were buying the annual passes, but yet the out-of-town people that didn't take their charge card, bless you for going down and paying, 99% of them did not
Right.
know
Oh,
to go
sure,
there to pay.
yeah.
They just said, well, I try. Like the one guy said, he goes, it hasn't worked this year. He keeps trying. And I said, is there a problem? He goes, yeah, it's not taking my
Yeah.
credit card. So what we did then was you're double charging the local residents.
Yeah, and
The
we've already
taxpayers.
paid for it.
Yeah, the taxpayers are the
Yeah.
ones that
Right.
pay the $50 annual
And-
fee.
To me, I guess, that to me is the answer. Plus, you know, before 9th Street is actually, you know, it's gonna be 10, 12 years before it's at that point. You know, that's just how long things take. In the meantime, yeah, just keep charging, but to me, I think that should be the goal in the long term. And that way we keep it a community park, you know, you don't have to, you know, you can make it safe.
Yes.
And we all want a kayak launch, you know, and we need to improve the boat launch. And it's a great handicap accessible because it gets, as Jeff knows, it gets deep,
Yeah.
you know, on that north where the dock is. It's, but, I mean, that's my story.
I did talk to those mothers, I think Erin.
Yeah.
And I know our daughter uses that North Beach access, and once we put out, and it was beautiful, the brochure, that got flooded with people. And so I think what they were saying is, just don't put it on every brochure that you have. If we could just kind of
Don't
keep this.
advertise it.
Don't advertise it. And I don't
Yeah.
know if that's fair or not fair, I'm
Yeah.
not saying, but that was kind of what they said. Don't let everybody know about this. This is our
Put up
neighborhood.
signs.
And it's it's a great neighborhood. It's a great little park for that neighborhood.
It is.
Well, and you know,
It serves a
that
purpose.
area needs to be developed,
Mhm.
and it might be a
Go hand in
cornerstone
hand. Yeah.
Absolutely.
to help that move forward.
Are there other grants other than DNR grants that could be used to help develop that?
Well, the foundation grant will do it, but, you know, the problem is that's, you know, a couple $1 million to do it right. So, it's, you know,
big.
I definitely think we need to move forward on it, but understanding all the issues, which are valid to me, is we don't want to lose that 1960 vibe.
Yeah.
And so maybe, you know, maybe we don't, because at one time, when I was you know, like last year, they trimmed the trees, but they had rope swings off the trees. Now you can replicate that kind of thing going forward.
Safely, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's what I hope happens, is that, you know, you can do that for, you know, a little bit older kids. You have the side for play, and then the side for handicap fishing and fishing. But, you know, I don't want a big fancy sandy beach,
No,
No, no.
just a little, I mean, there's not even room there for it actually.
no.
But, you know, like a boat launch, but we don't need a big boat launch, you know, probably 2.
And maybe a kayak launch.
Yeah, and a
Oh,
kayak.
that would be
yeah.
beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I think
So-
that's built into the drawings as working.
Yes, so,
All right.
you know,
Yeah,
but
that's, isn't there riverways? Is that DNR? What's,
waterways.
Waterways.
Yeah,
That's a DNR grant?
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, because that's how they did it in Onekama, right?
yeah.
Oh, I did write that down. Kayak launch, boat launch, and fishing piers are
Yeah,
things he's.
but we don't
want
want to eliminate the swimming area.
No,
No.
enhance it if
That's
anything.
kind of off the
Yeah.
dock, right, that they're jumping off of?
Well, yeah, but if it gets too busy, then kids can't.
I think that's what one of the harbor commissioners mentioned. I watched the meeting and he mentioned that boat launches and swimming don't mix. So
Yeah.
that was another concern.
That's why you
safety
want it
concern.
separate.
Okay.
Mhm.
And when people go ice fishing there, that's not considered, you have to pay to use a boating area because you're taking your
Right. Yeah,
shanty
there's no
out there.
launching.
There's no
Yeah.
launch fee
You're not,
associated
yeah.
with that, even if it did come down to they're gonna charge someday, they wouldn't charge ice fishers, right?
Well, you know, oddly enough, the people who are there aren't driving cars. That's where they use it. And that's where you get hit with, like, the boat launch, is parking your car. So, but still, to me, I don't know why we're charging the people who build all this stuff every year to keep it operating.
Can you get around that somehow by charging for parking your, like, long parking places? Could you charge
Just
for
for
like,
those areas?
not for, to launch your boat, but if you could give a discount for city residents that way, that you're just charging to park your
Well, that's a
vehicle
good idea.
with,
Yeah.
you know, those really long places for a car
Yeah.
attached
At
to
least
a
you're
trailer.
charging some.
So
yeah.
you're charging for
That's
that
a good idea.
with a discount for city residents, but
Yeah.
the launching is free.
Ooh,
Well, no,
Is
you
that-
keep
is
the
that a
launching
loophole?
free and you charge to park in the parking
That's
lot.
what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
yeah,
Work it.
Yeah.
with a city resident discount. Or
You
not.
I don't think you could do a
Could do a
discount.
discount.
Yeah. But, you know, you couldn't park along, well, I guess some, couple, you know, some, it's never gonna be a large place because there's no room unless we acquired some other land, which would be perfect.
Yes, it would.
You know, some of those blighted buildings.
Oh, yeah.
And you could do something really cool with that brick building.
I think so.
But first of all, we gotta get rid of the waterworks.
Okay.
Way sidetracked.
Charlie, I didn't mean to say that you should have done something and you didn't, because they're not really doing anything right now, but in the future, if something.
I've been the liaison.
Conversations and things.
Sure.
That would be really nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a nice commission.
Okay, and then the non-motorized park, if we're done with Ninth Street. He just said there's a maintenance agreement, just explaining that we have a maintenance agreement with Shoreline Cycling Club, and they got a grant that allows them to build a new building to store their grass cutters and things
Oh,
like that. And
nice.
I think it provided for some new equipment as well.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, they needed some groomers and.
Yeah, so
Nice.
that's, I
That's
believe
great.
they've got.
That's
that
another
grant.
well used.
Oh, yeah, that's a cool area.
And then,
Now that I found
the last thing, and I don't know if I'm comfortable with this right now, but Jeff had said Bill Gamble's, it's at the point for movies in the park where it would be okay for us to request money, like, from the city, to purchase the equipment to do movies in the park. I'm a little strapped out on doing events myself, because
Yeah.
there've
Yeah.
We
been
have to have more, yeah.
there, so, and I know we've had
Yes.
a turnover, we, 3 people on the Parks Commission have,
Yes.
been replaced this year, so maybe we need to address whether there's an interest in continuing with the events as.
I had an idea on that, and
I do too, you first.
Yeah.
I think that this group, we're moving in the direction more, which is good, of maybe where it's coming up, the capital improvements, the ideas, that type of thing. And maybe on these events, and I'm not saying don't do them because they're actually really fun to do. But I think we should get maybe possibly, and I don't know how you do it, I'm just throwing this out, like a Friends of the Parks, where you get
You stole
people.
my idea.
Yeah.
That's how I spoke for
Orchard Beach has that, Friends of
Yes,
Orchard
Yeah.
Beach.
yes.
And it works, and the libraries, I don't know if they
Yes.
still have, but the Friends of the Library. So then you get some people to spearhead that, and, you direct it, but you get volunteers, you don't like that?
No, I'm just saying that I don't see a lot of interest in, I mean, currently from the commission as well, in getting involved in running those events, so I can't continue at the rate I've been doing it this summer.
But I think
So
we could
if-
get some
If you guys
help.
aren't interested, or there are others, I don't think taking on additional.
I don't think it's a lack of interest, it's time.
But I think maybe we could get, like, there's a couple, and have not spoke with them, we're just brainstorming, but like, would Lakeside Women possibly take on one story hour? We're different.
But it still
Groups.
would require somebody overseeing that.
Would we-
Organizing that piece.
Because I know Angie at the library, I know she does them with all this
Absolutely.
too in the parks,
Yes.
so I don't know that we're critical as much as it's a nice thing to do, and it
Yeah.
gains the parks.
Yeah,
So maybe reach out to Angie
Yeah.
and say, we want to do it again, but we want you to ask us when to do it.
well, maybe she doesn't need us, maybe she's okay with us.
I don't think she needs us, but
Yeah.
it's nice.
It's
a
nice.
collaboration.
Well,
I mean, our
if-
goal, when we
Both the
started
parks
it,
and
was
the
to put the
library.
parks, get the people into the parks, put the
Right.
parks out there for people to see and use. And the parks are very much used. Maybe we accomplish that, maybe that doesn't have to be our whole focus.
It
And
shouldn't be our
maybe,
whole focus.
like someone I was at a dinner last night, and one of the gals said, she's big on that line dancing, and she said, we are really excited to do that. Now, they didn't want to do it this year, but she said, we would like to do it next year. I said, well, Fifth Avenue is a perfect spot, because if it's cold, you can build a fire, take the garage doors down. But if it's nice, you dance out on that patio, it's got the electric for the, I don't know that they would need us.
Right,
I think they just, it's,
They need the spark of an idea.
they
or
need the spark of the
encouragement
idea,
to
they
do
need
it.
the city's Facebook to advertise what's going on, but they
Direction.
say brought to you by the line dancing group, whatever they're called.
Well, but they don't know how to approach the city to get that permission.
Right, and we would help them with that, but I think they would take it over, you tell them once, and they may enjoy that once a month out there. They were excited to do that at the beach. So I think people,
That-
a little bit of guy, they
that
might even
makes
have new ideas, they might even have better ideas.
Exactly.
There's always that chance.
Exactly.
And Karen has done a great job, and she's
So
done
we've taken on a lot.
It's a lot.
And we're doing the events multiple times over multiple summers.
Yes,
and
yes, no,
I know we
Yeah.
don't want that to be our sole focus.
no,
No, and it
No,
can't be,
shouldn't
so I
It was
think,
an add-on to get people to come
yeah,
to the parks,
exactly.
but
Get some foot traffic,
I loved it if we could pass it off onto another group to carry
too.
on.
Yeah,
And I know
absolutely.
Angie would.
well,
Yeah.
and the police one, that was not.
how come we don't have, I think what we need is some young people to, sit with us, honestly,
Yes,
that we could pass the torch to. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because when we were over at doing the police thing over at Morton, I was having a ball, you were having a ball. But I was tired as heck after that.
Oh, yeah.
And
And we hadn't planned it. That was
Exactly.
one that just took off because they
Exactly.
needed games, they needed food, they
exactly,
needed a
yes,
lot.
they needed a lot.
And, yeah, but I think another idea is we have that leadership training program through the chamber, and then they do one project and they die, but leadership is, they're being trained to be ongoing in Manistee,
That would
not
be
one
a
and
great
done.
idea.
And so those kids to lead, and they're younger, they're, kids like working with, you know, I always feel old when I'm out there, that, they might be one, and I could just see some of them, like even the art drop, getting together a young,
Absolutely.
and thinking of the
And let
clues.
them, yeah.
And ask, when I go to the chamber, I could ask Carmen or whoever, when I go to the chamber and ask those other two questions, could we get them to promise to do one of these events?
That would be
And it could be under their, you know, we relinquish it, they would just use the park, not under our control, relinquish our control.
Well, it might be better to approach them with like, you know, we've done these things, but we're wondering if the chamber is interested.
in taking on some of these.
Yeah.
The chamber for events.
The chamber leadership team, specifically you know, they do that program, they pay
We'd
for the
like them
program.
to do
They've been advertising, they're looking for
I agree.
ideas.
I know, I wonder if they wanna take over the park.
I know.
Service, I mean, it's.
Well, when we come up with an idea for
Events.
the commission to do, you know, it's good to,
Exactly. Oh, we follow through on it?
absolutely, but I think
Hey,
We're teaching
it's
them
time to think
I
about
getcha.
finding a
Another deal.
Yes.
we're in a meeting now.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Well, let's get, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so, but that being said, there's a park art drop coming up on
Yeah.
September 3rd,
Yes.
and we do have the art. I picked up a
Thank you.
token. Are you gonna be around to design the
I
token
can do
this
the
year?
token, yes.
Okay. And, so that's going forward. I've done most of
Thank
the
you
work on
so
it
much,
already.
yes. And
If any-
yes, you did.
and that's a lot of work.
Yes,
If
it
anybody wants
is.
to see the clues, they're all done. I just haven't,
Oh, Karen.
yeah, I know you do.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
It's so much work.
It's fun though. I mean, it's rewarding and, that's one that might be tougher to hand off, but.
Topper's
Tough
The
as
one
good.
that I think that we need to follow through on though is the movies in the park because that was in our top 3
Right.
priorities. It's on our yearly.
I don't think we can,
Things we wanted
I mean,
to
we don't have, that's a hard one to pass off. We have never done it.
Right, but we're at the point where we're all set up. We have everything figured out
Right.
how to do it. We just need the equipment and of course, we had a license. The amount was committed to be donated, but we may have lost that because it's not looking like it's going to take place this summer. So we would need to find a new person to pay for the licensing to
How much is the licensing?
it may change, but it seems like it was $400 to $600 for 2 to 3 movies for the summer.
Wasn't there somebody we thought that could run the movies?
There's,
Somebody, that guy?
yes, and he is interested in helping us. I don't know if he would be like completely wanting to do it, but
Yeah, I got it.
So we
He
need
would
somebody,
definitely-
like a
we
volunteer
need a
to
group of
train.
people who are interested in carrying it forward, because I personally can't be the person to set it up
Right.
and do the
I
tech
got it, exactly.
Charlie-
details and, you know. set
Charlie
up
had a
that.
good idea that he mentioned in our side conversation, was their advertising. The Chamber Leadership Program is advertising for a project.
Uh-huh.
Movies in the Park is as ongoing as the life jackets or the dog park. And they have a fundraising ideas, they raised a ton of money for the dog park. That, they raised the money for the movie equipment and they ran it, they did it, they would pick out better movies probably than I would pick out and that kids would like. And it's an ongoing
Should we
project.
make a motion
That's a
that
good idea.
Liz talk to the chamber people, suggesting movies in the park as a project for the leadership committee?
I would wait on that
Okay.
because the gentleman I've been talking to may actually apply for the Parks Commission opening.
Oh,
He's young and enthusiastic. I don't know if he'll get it because it's mayoral appointment and everything
Yeah.
that, he's at least interested in looking into that and he would be really great. And I know, I will approach him about whether he's interested in
But-
spearheading,
yeah.
movies
Well,
in the park.
I'd have them apply for the parks position too, even though they didn't have
I mean, they would still need help.
Yeah.
It's a more than a one-person.
That's what I'm saying, he could lead all of them, like on the dog park, they wanted help too. I mean, it's not like,
The leadership.
yeah, the leadership would then turn to him for the expertise of the
Yeah.
equipment and stuff. He no more is gonna want to come on and say, would you just do the movies in the park and earn
No.
money and run it, buy the equipment and,
No, it just,
Okay.
Tim was big on wanting to get this going too, and it's at
Yeah.
the point where we can get it going just by requesting funding, and the city would work to try to find that funding for us, and
but what we were just saying is we don't
We
have the
need the-
manpower.
Yeah.
And so that's
we need a
why,
commitment either from us that we'd be willing to start this
It's-
and find someone to take it on, much like these other events once we're overwhelmed with. We've taken on too many things, but, so I was gonna recommend waiting on requesting funding until maybe next month or the month after, to something to get it going in the summer next year. It's at the end of the summer, I don't.
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
but it could be
Things
a
are
chamber
lining up.
project. That would be the only thing, and they do have a capacity to earn money. They have benefactors that write the checks for that, and they want something that's a permanent addition to the city. And that would be a perfect permanent addition. I mean,
But
it's.
it requires ongoing commitment to keep it going.
But-
versus
Keep it
just
going,
a-
yes.
But that's actually that's what I don't like about the chamber project is that
They do it in their
we're
time.
training them, and this would be a real training that, yes, it's a service, and ideally one of them would join the Parks Commission, you know?
And he
So-
may not, but
But I mean, ideally, one of the chamber leadership, you know, that a real leader then gets involved in the city and carries forward, that these are people that live in the community, they're not young kids, they're young leaders and professionals, and it's a great group of people in their program.
Liz, didn't you mention a while back that you had spoken to a couple of people who were interested in getting movies in the park going? It wasn't anybody, any commission. Was that you? Might have been Jeff. Somebody out there, like some other people in the community, were independently talking about wanting to get
Oh,
something like that going.
A lot of people have talked about wanting it, but no one has said, I want to work on it.
No.
I want to donate
That's
money.
the difference.
Those two things were missing.
And personally, if we weren't doing the story times and maybe there's only one art job.
Right, I say we go back to it.
I would have more energy to help with something, but I don't want to be the sole
No.
person
Understood.
doing
Yeah,
something.
I don't
It's
either.
not a
I'm
one
glad
person
you're saying that, yes,
thing.
thank you.
going, but- Is there interest from any of you guys in working something like that as a group versus,
Once you get that, that's why,
like, once you buy the equipment, you're kind of committed to.
yeah, you're committed, you're not gonna show
You're
one
not
movie.
gonna just buy it and-
Ongoing thing. And, I mean, it might even be Sleigh Bell Weekend, you might wanna show
Ooh,
one.
would that be?
You know,
cool?
that the Christmas story in the
Oh,
park,
what a
you
great
know?
idea.
Yeah, or Lions or something.
Yeah,
eh?
it could just be another fun sleigh bell thing, bundle up and watch a movie in the park out, you know,
That's a good
at
idea.
night.
See, and those things are fun, and that gets people in the parks.
Yeah, one more.
And that was the goal of
Right.
these events.
But I don't know that we have to do it all. That's why I thought if we had a larger group to pull from.
Yes.
That's why
Let's
that's,
think on it.
okay.
Right.
Like, we've
May I
already decided.
offer up something I've been kicking around?
Please.
And I say this all the time, when Manistee was great, we had Kiwanis, we had Rotary, we had the JCs, we had the Kiwanians.
Yes.
And when you said the Friends of the Park, that's exactly my thought, that we need to find a group of people that will work together and make that grow.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, I know people that want to do things, but they don't know where to start. And so if we could find a group of people, young and old, I mean, there are retirees that
Yes, I'd have time.
have time. I don't. I just don't. But I know people that I could reach out to and see what they think, and if they would come back together. And maybe we could get JC started again, and maybe we could make Rotary a presence again in town. And that was my thought.
I agree.
I agree with
And it would take a load off of Jeff.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeff, I mean, I know one year with Lighthouse Park, which was kind of our JC baby back in the day, they gave us all the equipment and we had a work session one evening and we did the work.
The whole community did on that. They came
Yeah,
together.
exactly. So, that's something I've been thinking about
Yes.
and
Yeah, we have to have people little skin in the game.
Yes. And that's why I was thinking Friends of the
Friends of the
Yes.
Manistee Parks and just say, hey, we have this vision. What do you guys think? It's something along that line or a group
So
of-
many things, like painting 5 benches. you know,
Exactly.
Exactly.
Couple people go down there, have coffee in the park and paint. you know,
Exactly.
And it make a huge difference.
And I'm thankful that we have 3 people, but that's 3 people only getting 40 hours a week and there's a lot. There is a lot. I haven't formulated all my thoughts and I haven't talked to the right people, but
Work on it.
yeah,
That would be.
That sounds great.
Sounds good.
Really nice.
yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're holding on requesting funds until we have our infrastructure ideas.
Yes.
I think we should.
Yeah.
And
Unless somebody
this was when
says they really want to do it and just takes
when
it.
you guys started talking about this, are we gonna get the Vogue's nose out of joint doing this?
Tim had talked to the Vogue asking to see if they wanted to collaborate with us, and they were not able. I think he asked if we could use their licensing, and they said no, they couldn't do that, but it would be good just to,
Touch
I mean,
base again.
Yeah.
if we weren't doing the same movies or not on the, maybe it's on
Yeah,
the
we're
night where
not
they're
trying
not.
to,
Yeah,
Are they open 7 days a week now?
I
I
think so.
think so. Yeah, that's a good
Used to be
thought.
contracted.
usurp them or anything. We
because
would
it
just.
would be later, right? It'd be sunset.
Right.
time.
Well, they
Only
have
during the
late.
summer, it wouldn't be.
It's a
nice.
different activity, but maybe you want to make sure on that.
Yes. Ludington does 3 a year. They're doing 3
Yeah,
this
we're not
summer.
talking
Okay.
every
One is,
night.
their last one is tonight, if anybody feels like going to their movies in the park.
Thank you. It's just a question I had. I didn't bring it up and I thought,
What time is theirs tonight?
Usually around 8:30, I think they said, so,
okay.
I don't remember the movie tonight. It's a kid's movie, typically.
Yeah, I don't think they, that's a good question. You don't want,
Right, we don't want to step on toes, but again, it's only like 3 times a
Right,
year.
Yeah.
right.
And it would be,
Later.
something different than what they're showing for sure.
the library, they've always had story hour year-round, 10 in the morning,
Mhm.
and they loved having the story hours in the park, but we went to them. So I think your point is well taken.
Yeah.
We went to them and got their blessing and their help, and Angie's led it, and, I mean, it was a real collaboration.
And she's done ones
She's a
without
down,
us.
and she's done ones without us, and it's worked.
In the parks.
And she's gotten people into the parks, so I think we're on the right track.
So you can actually probably let that fly with her.
Yes, pretty much, I'm thinking.
Well, I think she's more interested too in doing it in their park now.
Right,
That
well,
story time.
yes.
Unfortunately. I kind of figured that was
She did one on Fifth
happening.
Avenue, and she did one at First Street,
Yeah.
kite flying and something else.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah.
The kids like different parks, and I think it's attraction to the kids in the different parks.
Yeah.
I think she realizes that.
Yeah, I do too.
And the kids like it. right?
Yes,
The
variety.
families, the people.
They love it.
Parents. Good. Okay, good discussion, thank you. I've lost my place after all that. We already talked about dancing, is there anything else you need
I
to?
don't think so. I'll just tell her next year, and maybe,
Okay,
I think the point made is, would they just kind of run with it? We'll help them.
Right, it'd be great to-
Be just a
But let
shout.
them, yeah, we'll show up and do it, but I don't think that we have to lead it, we'll help them. I know who she is, we set up a table, have water available, or whatever it is, but I think the gal that, she's so super organized, the gal that is so excited about this. So, she'd take it over.
But would we require her to do a presentation to the city council or to the Parks Commission?
I don't think so, it's just.
No, because it's
You
not,
wouldn't need,
anybody can do anything they want in a park.
that's true. Okay. Yeah, that's.
So we're
It's
to the
gonna be
public.
something
Encouraging,
else
we're just
designed-
being the catalyst for a line
Yeah,
dance.
There's no reservation, just
Yeah.
do it at Fifth
It's
Avenue.
not like it's.
Anybody-
gonna be
it's
so
a pickup.
big, like.
Yeah, it'll be a
Pickup
pop-up.
game, Pop-up game,
Pop up,
Mhm.
pop up and dance,
It's like
it's,
if it's a concert, or if it's, I
right.
can't remember, the Labor Fest, or some big thing that's gonna draw big
Right,
crowds.
yeah.
Yeah. it's-
Traffic is
yeah.
an issue, or,
Yes.
Yeah.
they need police.
They won't need any of that, yeah.
No. And it's not hundreds of
I mean,
people.
that would be cool if
But
we
bring
did
them
end up
Shut
needing
down the
it.
road,
For
or.
dance in
Yeah.
the park. Like, we need to
Was there
build a new
anything
parking
else?
lot.
I want to do cha-cha.
I think Josh liked it, he wants to do another one, he was gonna do one this year, it's kinda too late, so I just think just that one that worked last year, I think do the one a year right after the safety day, because we passed out
Okay,
brochures, or not brochures, So that worked out perfect.
That worked out perfectly.
Yeah, you're not gonna beat that.
But along with that, we need to talk with him about equipment and stuff prior
Oh,
to.
equipment and a little more
Yes,
food
exactly.
and- Yeah.
I'd like to sit down with
The
him and
numbers would have to
discuss
do that with
things that,
Yeah,
that we could do, but I mean, we're gonna need his help. The other thing he could do, or what I was thinking, is if this is something that the police officers would like to take on, I could see this happening, because it is a good bonding between the residents and the officers. I would like to see him do some training with kids, some of the young people, where they would work for the police department, kind of like, and do things like this. But they would be volunteers for the police.
yeah, that's a good idea, little safety tips.
Yeah,
or
exactly,
something.
like they, yeah,
Fire,
exactly.
yeah, fire too.
And they could probably do the events, you know, run the games and stuff. Just at a, you know, just, I don't know, I'm just thinking ahead.
I don't know. I don't know if they would run the games, but they would do a talk or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll work with him.
Yeah.
You and I can do that.
Okay.
Okay. So moving on, if I can just mention on the capital improvements budget, our priorities we voted on at the beginning of the year. Number 2, pickleball courts. I know that not a lot has moved forward. There's money being set aside for pickleball every year. But could we, since they're removing the basketball hoop, can we just have that repainted as a pickleball court?
It already is, isn't it?
Did they paint lines as pickleball over there?
Isn't it fine? I didn't get out of the car, but I thought it was,
They're playing it.
it's pickleball lined, isn't it?
I don't know.
Fifth Avenue?
Well, let's look tomorrow and see.
Jeez, I drove by
Just
it.
do
Yeah.
that, and then
Someone go by it
There would
tonight
be,
and just check. That's a
some
no-brainer. Do it.
pickleball, Even though it's.
I think it is. I don't think they'd be
inside.
using it like they are without the lines.
Okay, okay, I was just thinking, not that we check that off our list because
No,
that's still in the
because
future
it's-
plan, but it's a temporary, I mean, not the
Exactly.
ideal location, but they seem to really like it.
And if
We
it
can
works,
leave it
leave
there.
it there, right? You know, for right now.
Okay. So old business, we already kind of talked about concessions, right? The idea about Onekama or trailer, I don't know. What do you call it? A
Well,
food truck.
like I had said, it just seems to me, I've seen the Trinity Lutheran church out of Onekama. I know they do it at the fair, I don't, of course, I haven't been, yeah, donuts and coffee. When you said that, I went, hey. So I don't know if they have a trailer, but I know the Onekama Lions do, and if they would be willing to. But I'll, like I said, I'll make a phone call, see if I can.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
The coffee and donuts would go at soccer.
Oh, especially in the spring when it's so cold.
Oh, that's a
Windy.
good idea.
And it benefit them.
And that's at Duffy, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then the Morton Park plantings we did, Liz, you went over there and those look.
They came back
they're
from the dead.
growing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
came
look
back from
good.
the dead. I gotta look again, and someone was watching. I was gone last week, but
Okay.
a little gal was
So
gonna
that
take
project
over. It's done.
is okay.
I think it's okay. So far, so good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Charlie,
Yeah,
you had the idea last time about getting the newspaper to write some articles.
I spoke to Ken.
Did you?
He did, I did. He likes the idea, but he has to get permission from Michelle
Okay.
Fetter. But I ran it by him, he said, I like that idea, but I have to get permission, so,
Okay, cool.
Cool.
yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then we already talked about that baseball outfield fence under new business, and I think we need to elect a new secretary because Tim was going to be our new secretary and he's now gone, so. Are you interested, Liz, in being secretary?
I would be.
Or is there someone else who wants
Karen, do you want to?
Oh, no, I can't do anything. Secretary, I can't do anything.
to? I'm sensing
I'm
a call
horrible.
from Liz, is that, are you interested?
I'm real
Or
bad.
Lainey, or?
I wish I could offer the help there.
Are you interested?
You know,
Anybody?
I don't know, I guess I could go back to doing that.
But
It'd be okay.
we just,
I guess I was,
does anybody want it? Does anybody want to be, there's not a lot to do.
There's
with
not a lot to
secretary, really.
do.
It's like
No,
writing.
so-
Yeah.
There isn't, writing thank you notes, and
yeah.
so either one, doesn't matter.
I can't.
And you're looking at my left-handed writing here.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow, nobody will be able to read this, just so you know.
I'm right.
I'm gonna throw out a motion that I nominate Linda Gamache Chick as secretary.
what does this job entail?
Really, it's just taking minutes.
Taking minutes?
When,
no,
when
Katie.
Katie's
If you
gone.
don't take minutes, Katie does.
Okay.
But when Katie's gone.
You know, written or
Oh,
something.
I
You've
can,
only written like 2 a year.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you do them from your project.
Sounds like an easy job.
Yeah.
I've written letters.
Yeah, we've all written.
Letters
I
to.
tried.
of
Various
support. Letters of support.
support.
I put a motion on the floor, ladies.
Oh,
Yes.
I support it. Second.
All in favor? Linda, do you want?
But wait, does Linda want,
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll be okay with
Yeah, I can,
that.
as long as it doesn't entail typing all this out and making sure.
Katie does.
It does.
Only when she's
And
out.
Karen does the agenda, so
Okay.
the agenda and the notes are taken care of. And when you do an event or you know a thank you note needs to be written, we generally write our own. You just write them after an event or something.
Okay.
But and then if there was one that we said, oh, would you mind writing?
Oh, I can do that.
But it's not.
Because me and that email are not best friends here, so.
Well, you get the hang of it.
yeah.
No, the city email.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
I have a hard
Yeah.
time
I'm
with
having a
that
hard
too.
time with that,
I do too, yeah.
so. Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Excellent. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you,
No
Linda.
worries. I'm gonna put that on my list of other things that I do.
I know it was something on the request for the agenda, but that's you. You can add that in your roundtable if you want to talk about those things. I wrote it at the top. Ready for roundtable discussion?
Yes, I think so.
Going to start at your end this time?
What would you like me to talk about?
Anything?
Anything
Roundtable,
that we got
anything.
missed.
I don't think that you folks missed anything. My kid tells me they need more lights at the docks on First Street. He said, when the boats are coming in, it's hard to find the docks until you're right there. And my fishermen are almost 40 and over, so they're well versed with all this. But those young ones coming in from out of town and everything, there could be some dockage problems.
That's a good idea, and they have those solar lights
I was
that
just
are
gonna- I was just
inexpensive
thinking
that you
solar,
just
yes.
can
Yes.
clip to the end of the dock even.
Oh, you mean
for a
like on
start.
the posts, like you would
I don't
put
think
that?
I don't think you get away with just
Is there anything?
clipping it.
Yeah, there's,
Yeah, I meant.
Bollards.
when I said
Post top.
Like the post lights on top.
top of the post.
On the top,
Like you
there's
do on a deck.
like a deck, almost like a deck,
Like that falling.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those aren't
And the
working.
light is on the
There's-
side, and, solar's on the top.
I think that's a good idea because.
So do they need to be replaced?
There's like a sub.
Or something
There's
different?
nothing there.
And it's dark and.
So that's why we're saying maybe install some solar.
Yes.
Solar post cap lights.
They all seem to be fishing.
Aren't there posts on the
Fishing
docks
at the
that are
mall,
tall
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
like into the little.
But is there a
lake.
parking light? Like, is there a big overhang?
Uprights,
But
yeah, exactly.
when they're coming in, the
You're right.
parking lot lights are
From the water.
You can't see. Yeah.
About the deck post lights that they put on top of the deck. What are the vertical things called? Are they-
Uprights, I called them uprights. You know how you have the
Yeah,
pier?
I'm just putting them
Pilings?
around,
Pilings?
like just clamp them right there because I'm
You mean
afraid
on
you,
the dock
yeah,
end
some
versus
people,
the post
wherever the person is taking the line, it varies. I like that the dock is open. I can't see a post there. I'd see someone
No,
tripping.
there are,
No.
there are posts on the docks, right?
Yeah.
They're adjustable for.
Uprights,
I believe.
yeah.
Yeah.
And on.
The uprights, Liz.
Oh, okay.
The boards that go this way
Your
and the
dock
uprights.
would have those
Yeah.
post
Yeah,
lights
that
right
could
on
work.
top that are solar.
Yes.
Now, people put their lines around those. I mean, you'd have to have them on, they're pretty durable. People,
Don't they put them on the metal things on the?
No, they have to go up and over.
Cleats,
they go up and
times,
just
yeah.
while they're waiting for the guy to come back from the parking lot, they just
Oh.
wrap it around.
Yeah, they don't have to go for the cleats. The cleats are like usually for a longer term.
Yeah, this
Think
is
they get
just, you
knocked
just
off
hold
if
it.
They were
They could.
on top?
I think they
Well,
would,
if
because
they
we,
were attached.
Yeah.
They
They'd
be
be,
there. They-
no, but I still think just that smooth pipe, you're coming in and you're going in and they just throw out their boat. Just go down there and watch it. They just throw out their line because you're still in the boat and pull yourself in with
Yeah,
that.
right, just to hold it there.
And they would not want any obstruction, I don't think.
but they're
Yeah.
not.
They're not.
They're not big.
Just flush with the top.
Yeah.
They might have a
They'd
little.
just be higher.
that goes up.
Well, it's gonna
But-
fall under the auspices of the harbor commission.
Yeah, let the harbor.
All we can do is make a suggestion to
Mm-hmm.
them.
That's true, because it's a park, but it's
Yeah.
also
Let them do it.
Marina.
a marina type thing, okay. Okay.
There's your first job, red letter, Harper.
Okay, write a letter to the Harbor Commission.
You're writing it down.
No, send them an email.
And send it through the city
Katie's
email.
writing it down, Karen.
Oh, Katie's writing it down too?
For Jeff.
I
Or
should.
Jeff? Where, am I doing this or are we gonna let Jeff do this?
I'll let Jeff do it.
Okay.
Okay. See, it's easy things.
It is.
Jeff's gonna do it. Right. Katie, Jeff.
Anything else, Linda?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Charlie?
No, everything I wanted to talk about, I already have, so.
I had one thing for sure, and I should have brought up, we were gonna put it on and forgot to amend it, was the NRBC is requesting a work session with us. And they want to join together a little bit, and I think there was a little trouble there that we didn't always, and this would be a great opportunity to work with them, and they're great people. And I believe it's September 20th, I didn't know here, from 9 to 12, it's a Saturday, 9 to 12, and they want a 3-hour work session over trimming I guess they're those hackberry bushes over at Veterans Park, the part of the Riverwalk that's not getting renovated, you know, the part as far as.
Street level?
I believe so. I don't even know. Jane Shimke and, who else was working on it? Sarah Harless will be there. There'll be a few, and I think they would appreciate some support to help them with that a little bit.
September 20th.
September 20th, I think,
Number 12.
I can find out more, I think bring some, you know, just like, I don't think they're huge trees, they're just some clippers and a few other things, but work a little bit over at that Veterans Park with them, September
Okay.
20th, 9 to 12.
Sure.
Thank you.
Did you?
Let me know if you can or can't
I
come.
think
It's on my calendar.
Okay, so we got Lainey.
I'm
gonna
95% sure I can do that, yes.
I cannot.
I cannot.
I have a district meeting in Manistee for the auxiliary, so,
I'm not sure
and
yet.
I have to be,
Okay.
have to be there, so.
But you and I and Lainey?
Yeah, we'd
possibly?
have 3, so that's, if anybody finds that they can. Okay, that's it. Did I
What
have
about
that?
this one?
Oh, yeah, I think we should, as part of our commission, if Jeff, if we could have a river walk, it's done, I believe, pretty much. I don't know what, not just an update, but how the money was all dispersed out, what everything cost. We know what the total grant was, but we don't know the breakdown of how it was
Distributed.
distributed out, and
The South River Walk you're
the South River Walk, the whatever, how many million it was, and 1 point something, I think. But it was, you know, the breakdown, the painting, everything that was done on that, just to see how that came out. Thank you.
That's it? Okay. I had something, I spoke with a lady out on the pier who just started asking me questions, was I local? And she was raving about everything from the Hampton to the Riverwalk to the Princess to the Vogue to the Ramsdale and everything she was doing. She was from Arizona
Oh.
with her family. Her sister was from Grand Rapids. And I said, well, what do you think of the parks, if you don't mind my asking? She was complimenting everything else. She said, oh, I love them. I love the tall slides. I love all the equipment. It's beautiful in the parks. This is a wonderful town. The one thing you could improve. And I was like, yes, okay. The Riverwalk, she walked back from the Princess with her sister at 9:30 at night. Now it's darkish at 9:30 at night. And that section, I guess it's behind Johnson Funeral Home, as you come towards the beach, it's very shaded and wooded and some. And I was like, if you would have lights there, that would be really nice because it's so dark and they worried about tripping hazards
Oh,
walking back to the Hampton from the Princess at night. At first I thought it was I feel isolated and it's dark and it's.
Probably both.
And it was a little of that, but it was more, I feel like there were tripping hazards
I got you.
that they were
Yes.
worried about walking through that. So if we
That's
could find a
valid.
way to
Yeah,
add
that's
some
very
kind of
valid.
lighting.
Mm-hmm, I agree
I
with
don't
that.
know what kind of lighting you could put.
Solar lighting, if we could.
I would agree with Karen that solar lighting.
Solar.
Yeah, I mean, if it's,
Would it get enough light to?
But that's the thing, if
charge?
it's
Because so
shaded, yeah.
Wooded and,
You could try it with a
Yeah.
couple temporary ones that we just pounded in there.
do you know
Just
what
see.
section I mean, right?
Yes,
Behind the
exactly.
dentist office and the,
Yep.
yeah,
It
I
is
know
shady.
exactly, yeah, it is.
and it's also
slippery.
slippery, thank you,
Mhm.
yes.
It stays
that's
wet,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it stays wet.
Right, so, okay, so I think that might be all I had. Karen?
I brought up the notion of a bulletin board or a public bulletin board, and Jeff said that would be something for the chamber. So what I did was I emailed them that, you know, that there has been requests from residents for a bulletin board or one or two. That's in there, so they know about it.
Did they say anything in reply?
No, I haven't gotten a reply.
Oh,
Wait,
Um,
is that for the Lions Pavilion, did you say? Where is that?
No, just a bulletin board, like a, public bulletin board where you
Like on
could make
Facebook or
flyers
city
or,
web
yes.
page or-
Well, something different than electronically.
Okay,
This would be something that would be physical, that you could actually view. I had two people, a young kid and an older lady, say that they think a public bulletin board somewhere in town would be a great asset.
so you're thinking flyers, is that?
Flyers, yes.
So
I
it's
don't-
not, you're not thinking like a calendar, or you think a calendar would be on there too, or mostly
No, just
flyers?
mostly flyers. That, and I don't know how that would be maintained either. Like, I was thinking maybe weekly they would have to be pulled down and then, you know, but see, we're not getting into that
because of the
again.
West Shore, they have it.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
It's,
In the entryway.
yeah.
Inside.
But it is inside, and I don't think
Well, it's
everybody,
just in the entryway,
Yes.
it's not, you don't have to go in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
you
in the
can put
foyer.
flyers down there, I
Yes.
believe, to grab. This was more like people walking around, and I was thinking of 31 corridor, that's gonna be all walkable now, right? Maybe something on there would be nice. Just something to announce what's going on in town. It doesn't have to be everything, but you know how we were walking flyers around with the park drops and stuff. I just thought that would be a good idea
Would
to,
it have to be covered, Karen?
I would say it would have to have something, yeah, so that but it doesn't, it's not for permanent stuff, it's for temporary stuff.
I like that.
I thought when I got, you know, when it was the interest in both the age groups, I said, oh, there is something to that. And that was interesting that I got both of them like within a month. So I said, oh, okay.
Does the visitor bureau still have that electronic sign?
Yes, that's what I've been,
Yeah, they have stuff that scrolls and things like that, but it's not, I don't know, bulletin board was what they requested.
I like that idea.
I do too.
So often I hear about an event, and they go, gosh, that was a great, whatever it was, last night.
How would I hear about
I
it?
never heard of that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's just another way of,
Yeah, just an opportunity.
exactly, because not everybody's technologically advanced, and a lot of people aren't even, I mean, yeah,
Does
just
the
another
Hampton
way.
have anything like that, that advertises what's going on in town?
What does?
The Hampton?
I don't think so.
I mean, you don't.
I
always
think
go-
Manistee County Visitors Bureau is trying to develop on their website a calendar, and then you can submit things you want to.
Oh, are they?
To
Oh,
post.
that would be cool.
Yeah, so then if somebody visits the county, you know, what's happening this weekend in Manistee, it would show everything that's happening.
Well, in the Lions Pavilion, next to our little thing, they had the Labor Fest posted.
Yes, they did, I
And
saw
they had
that.
one other posting, there was 2 flyers down
Yes.
there. And even that one that we have outside, we could post some things, but people are posting at the Lions Pavilion.
So, just, yeah, I thought it was a good idea, and
I do
that,
too.
yeah, and if residents are asking for it, maybe we should look into it. If it works, it works, it doesn't have to, you know, and if it doesn't, it doesn't, but it's not a lot of money or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, just. Family and friends were giving me tons of compliments on the disc golf. They love the disc golf. That was the first kid from Alaska. My nephew was here, and he loved the First Street disc golf. He thought that was the greatest. And they were on the river walk. I got compliments from friends and family about that. So I like when, you know, people are coming up to me.
I was going to ask you, you dropped some parks brochures off at one of the storefronts. Do you remember who that was? Because they called me and they said, oh, they're gone. Can I come back and get another?
Oh, really?
So I gave her another stack. I think it's,
Huh? You know what? I walked down there. If anybody took them, I was giving.
I don't
to
think
them.
it was 3 Ps.
Emporium? I mean, I walked down there. I dumped a lot of them out. I can't remember all of the ones I even went to. But
She's like, those are a hot item.
I love that. That's good to know.
I put a stack out at our dealership in the waiting room and at the checkout desk.
Excellent. You did say you were going to. Thank you, Charlie.
But I need more.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which brochures are these?
The new parks
Parks.
brochures.
Parks brochure.
Yeah.
Because
Which-
people don't realize how many parks.
No.
No, they don't.
And that's where, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, going, these are just
Yeah.
awesome. They're awesome,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
And I think I ordered them from Jack Pine, and it was a little box, but yeah, they're not cheap to print.
No,
So I
and
don't
I
know
understand that too, so,
how many or.
right,
I
exactly,
don't really have a budget for printing, but
right.
Oh, we used,
And
That's cool though, we
Yeah.
appreciate that.
yeah.
tourist season is winding down, maybe we
Yeah.
put a reminder to ourselves that next February we get some
Right.
ordered, so we have them.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But I like to hear that they want more,
Mhm.
because, yeah, excellent, good,
Mm-hmm.
cool. That's it.
so I guess, I did talk about everything, except for I just want to mention that I went to the Manistee Foundation grant training on the 14th,
Yeah,
and Linda showed up too. So we were both there.
My driver was late.
So we were
I was
trained. I don't know if we ever get to use it, but I hope we do.
Good for
So,
I
and
like
it was
that,
very
yeah.
informative and it was helpful and.
Thank you, guys, yeah, I mean, because that'll help us, absolutely, thank
I
you.
do have something that I forgot. So, a couple weeks ago, my wife wanted to go somewhere. We like to go picnic at Hartwick Pines. Yeah, it's a drive, but it's a beautiful place. But I said, no, they're doing a lot of renovations in the lumberjack camp. I don't want to go there. Let's go someplace we've never been before. So we drove across the street, and we took the state, and we took a picnic, and we had a picnic in Tawas. And let me tell you, that
Oh, Tawas is cool as heck.
park is beautiful, but simple. And when you sent out the thing, it was right after we were there. And I like that idea. It's just, there was picnic tables, they weren't set in a row. There was one set on this angle, and then there was one 50 yards over here, and it was set on different angles. But when somebody brought up the First Street restroom was a mess. I went in, of course, driving across state and drinking coffee. I was a little leery. The bathroom was pristine,
Oh, oh, wow, okay,
and it was busy.
okay.
It just made an impression on me.
Yes,
But
it does.
I really wanted to point out that it was just simplistic and wonderful. Everybody was having a good time. There was a family reunion over here. There was, people with their babies and dogs over here. And then there, granted, it was on Lake Huron, and it was a little different situation than we have at 9th Street, but I really like the idea of just keeping it simplistic
Yes.
and
Yes.
natural and Manistee.
Yep, water and picnic tables and
Yeah,
I think those are the better.
yeah.
Need much,
And a safe dock, right?
just see,
Well, there wasn't a dock, it was Lake Huron Beach in the,
Oh.
but, so I don't know how we can figure out how to make all that combined, but I think we've got some pretty smart people and we can figure it out.
Ron? Nope, okay. Does anyone want to make a motion to?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
and I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Now, you guys,